What's up guys, it's Flossin. Today we're diving into a playstyle that's crucial for anyone looking to master Zenless in patch 1.1 and 1.2, Anomalies and Disorders. Now, we all know the obvious stats like attack, HP, and defense, but some of the more complex ones, like Anomaly Proficiency and Mastery, can easily go over your head. I'll admit, I was pretty confused about how these mechanics worked until way later in the game. That's why I'm here to break it down for you and help you understand how anomalies and disorders work, especially since mastering these mechanics now will be key once anomaly focused agents like Jane Doe and Bernice are released. If this video ends up helping you out, don't forget to drop a like down below. It's completely free and lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. Now, with formalities out of the way, let's talk games. So let's start with the basics. Anomalies are a special type of damage that certain agents can build up based on their elemental attribute. Ether, electric, physical, fire, and ice. The buildup for these anomalies is shown on the right side of an enemy's health bar. Once that bar fills up, the anomaly effect is triggered, dealing damage or applying a debuff based on the specific anomaly. Here's a quick breakdown of the different anomaly effects. Ether buildup will lead to corruption. This triggers 20 procs over 10 seconds, but you have to keep hitting the enemy to proc this effect. Electric buildup will lead to shock. It's another DOT effect, but with 10 procs over 10 seconds. Again, you have to keep hitting the enemy to keep this going. Fire buildup leads to burn, a DOT effect that triggers 20 procs over 10 seconds. This one is different from electric and ether because you don't have to hit an enemy for it to proc. Physical buildup will lead to assault. It's a one-time damage proc that also increases the days targets take for 10 seconds. Ice buildup will lead to freeze. Triggering a heavy attack will cause frostbite and increase crit damage by 10% against an enemy for 10 seconds. One important thing to note here is that if an enemy is weak to the attribute of the anomaly you're applying, it can interrupt their attacks, making these effects even more powerful. Now, there's a few important things to know about anomalies. Number 1, anomalies can't crit. No matter how much crit your agent has, it won't boost anomaly damage. This is crucial to remember because unlike traditional damage, you can't rely on those crits to spike your anomaly effects. Instead, focus on the stats that actually matter for anomalies, like Anomaly Proficiency and Anomaly Mastery. Think of it like this. Anomalies are like Grace's impressive curves, amazing all on their own without needing any extra help from crit to stand out. Number 2. Buffs matter. The damage from anomalies is influenced by any buffs your agent had during the buildup. For example, if your agent had an attack buff while building up an anomaly, that buff will be factored into the anomaly's damage, even if it fades before the effect triggers. So make sure you apply anomalies when your character is fully buffed to maximize their impact. Number 3. Not every character should be built as an anomaly unit. It's important to note that not every character is suited for an anomaly focused build. This sounds pretty obvious on paper, but it's really important. Traditional DPS characters that rely on crit stats usually won't benefit much from stacking anomaly, proficiency, or mastery. While having them in your substats can be helpful, you genuinely want to prioritize crit based stats, unless the character's kit specifically boosts anomaly effects. Number 4. Know your rotations. Lastly, understanding your team's rotations is key in anomaly teams. Anomaly effect damage largely depends on which agent did the most buildup. If an agent with a lower anomaly stats ends up contributing more to the buildup, your damage will suffer. So make sure your primary anomaly damage dealer is doing the bulk of the work to maximize the effect's damage. Now, let's talk about the two stats that matter most for anomaly builds: Anomaly Proficiency and Anomaly Mastery. Anomaly Proficiency is the stat that directly impacts the damage your anomaly effects deal. The higher your anomaly proficiency, the more devastating your anomalies will be. This is especially crucial for characters whose kits revolve around applying anomalies, as maximizing this stack will ensure your effects hit as hard as possible. For example, if you're running a character like Jane Doe, who excels at triggering anomalies, stacking proficiency will allow you to take full advantage of her damage potential. Anomaly Mastery, on the other hand, is all about speed. This stat determines how quickly you build up and trigger anomalies on your enemies. A higher mastery stat means you'll be able to apply anomalies more rapidly, which is essential for keeping the pressure on in battle. Mastery becomes especially important in teams where timing is key, as triggering anomalies at the right moment can disrupt enemies and open up opportunities for massive damage. In summary, both stats play a vital role in optimizing anomaly builds. Anomaly Proficiency ensures that your effects pack a punch, while Anomaly Mastery makes sure you can consistently and quickly apply those effects in battle. Balancing these two stats, depending on your character and team composition, will be crucial for maximizing your effectiveness and anomaly-based strategies. The damage from anomaly effects is also influenced by who does majority of the anomaly buildup, like we mentioned before. For instance, if Grace builds up 100% of the shock anomaly, the shock effect will only take into account Grace's stats. But if Grace builds up 75% and Ambi builds up 25%, the shock effect will deal less damage because Ambi's anomaly stats are taken into consideration. This is why building up too much anomaly with the wrong character can lead to a DPS loss. Also, anomalies build up faster on enemies weak to that specific elemental attribute. For example, ethereals are weak to ether, so agents like Zhuyan and Nicole will build up ether very quickly on them. When playing a normal team, it's important to look at the enemy weaknesses so you can have an advantage going into the fight. However, weaknesses usually don't matter as much unless you're fighting an enemy resistant to your elemental attribute. Now, let's dive into disorders, a crucial part for mastering anomalies. A disorder occurs when you apply an anomaly effect onto an enemy that's already affected by a different anomaly. You have a 10-second window to apply that second anomaly and trigger the disorder effect. Disorder damage is based on the previous anomaly the enemy was affected by. It will apply the new anomaly while consuming the old one. This is especially important for anomalies that don't deal front-loaded damage, like burn, shock, and corruption. By applying these anomalies first and then applying a second anomaly, like Assault, you can instantly trigger these effects, rather than waiting for the procs to kick in. So there you have it, everything you need to know about anomalies and disorders in Zenless Zone Zero. Learning these mechanics now will put you ahead of the curve, especially when anomaly-focused agents like Jane and Bernice drop. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts on anomaly builds, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I know I say this often, but I genuinely want to thank you all for the incredible support on my videos. The channel has been growing faster than I ever imagined, and seeing your encouraging words in the comments truly motivates me to keep pushing content out for you guys. It's your enthusiasm that drives me to make each video better than the last, so thank you for being part of this journey with me. Also, if this video helped you out, don't forget to drop a like down below. It's completely free and lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. Until next time though, happy gaming, and may your polls be ever in your favor.